Hey, this is Retired Geek Woman and Adventures with Rhiannon, Stardew Valley 1.5, Retired Slow Play Part 54. And I want to explain we had a catastrophic issue. The long and the short of it is that basically you guys have lost 4 days. I didn't lose them, I was playing, but I had a major issue with my software, and the game saves itself every morning when you wake up. I did not realize that I had this problem until it had already happened. So to catch you up on what happened in those 4 days, first off, you just saw that we have a new child in the house. His name is Harvey Jr. And I'm so sorry you didn't get to see that happen, of how that process is. And I plan on having a second child at some point. I don't know how or when that will get prompted. But that's the main thing that you missed. The other thing you missed is that my monies went from 59,000 to 81,000 gold. And that was a direct result of our basement where we are processing our goods. So I wanted to apologize. I felt so awful. There's no way to fix that because your save file is your save file. So I didn't know what else to do other than explain what happened and apologize to you. Again, you can see we still have the same goat, we have the same cow. I believe we have all the same animals in our coop. And so the main thing you missed, which was huge, is that Harvey Jr. was born. And so I did, again, I apologize for that. I had no idea I was having that problem until I went back to look at the videos and realized, oh my gosh, we've got a problem here, and I couldn't figure any way to fix it. So today I'm going to kind of sort of almost make it up to you. I'm going to be showing you screenshots of the farm in progress and where we started with and where we are at currently, and show you how to do a screenshot. And to me, they are imperative as you are designing your farm. At least it was for me, because there's no way you can actually see your farm while you're playing it. The whole thing, you can only see the little area that you're in. See, I'm seeing this little tiny, upper left-hand corner of my farm right now. So that I'm going to do screenshots to both for my purposes to say, okay, where am I at? What else do I need to be doing? And to show you how that process works. I think I've done a little bit of it before. I don't know if I did it before, showed you the original one that I took on day 1 of our farm. I did it, I should have done it before I planted the 15 free parsnips, but I did it right after I planted them. So our first crop, first day, compared to where we are, I think it's pretty amazing transformation. So that's very cool, and I'll be doing that here just shortly. I wanted to make sure I got all these morning chores done out of the way first, and we don't have anything that we can take away, but we can put a few things in our chest. So there we go, and just got a handful of things ready to go so that when those empty out, we can immediately fill them. And now we're going to come outside here and get a screenshot of our farm. And to get a screenshot of inside, you just do the same basic thing. You stand inside and hit the screenshot thing. But here we go. I'm standing, you can stand anywhere, doesn't matter. And you go to the little thing that looks like a game controller, go all the way to the bottom, click on the camera, and it flashes, boom. Then you click on open the destination folder. And this is what we have now. This is what our farm looks like right now. And look at the trees that have grown up down there. Those are the oak trees. And here's what we started with. Just nothing. So we've come a very long way, and so we're just going to keep right on going. The chores continue. So I just wanted to take a moment to show you that, to kind of almost sort of not even be close to make up for the 4 days that we missed. Basically, it was the same thing. I still haven't gotten those lobsters for Gus, a lobster for Gus. I'm still trying. I'm still confident that I'm doing it right. I've got a couple of those crab pots in the ocean, and I keep checking them periodically, and I have not got lobster yet. I want to come in and say good morning to our Clint. I don't talk to him very often. You should upgrade your tools. I could use the cash. Poor guy. Not planning any upgrades right now, but I will process geodes and pay you 25 gold. So, okay. I think that's something we haven't had yet. Is it correct? Yes. So we can take this to Gunther. So we got something to take to Gunther. So that's a good thing. And then we'll, after we're done with this, we'll run down and check those crab pots and see if we got any lobsters. Let's see, put this here. You know, I haven't got this organized. I have to admit that I have a screenshot of someone that had all of the items and they had them all laid out. And so when I'm trying to figure out what I'm missing, which is so ridiculous because it's random of where, you know, you're going to find them randomly, I reorganized my whole museum at some point. I don't know if I will this time. It seems kind of silly to do that. It's very OCD to do that. It's like I'm going to find that last piece eventually. So no, we don't have any lobsters. Instead, we've got these completely unuseful cockles, I guess they're called. And so we will keep trying to get our lobsters. So I don't know when that'll happen. But like I said, we're on the 11th day of winter in our second year. And it's just one of those things like, how long are we going to have that quest? Well, I guess it's going to be on there until we get lobsters. So I don't know the answer to that question. So we'll just keep on keeping on and keep making friends and keep doing our chores. Say hi to Elliot occasionally. And he's an interesting character. People call him the Stardew Valley Fabio because of the hair, I guess. And he talks about his hair a lot. Talks about the weather messing up his hair. I mean, oh, come on, guy. I don't know. He's an interesting character. And let's see. We just passed Sebastian's birthday. Harvey's is coming up next in the next 3 days. So it'd be really nice if I didn't forget to give Harvey a gift. We are at 14 stars with Harvey, which is high as you can go. He is the only character in the game you can lose hearts with. And I believe that mechanism is put in there because if you wanted to, you can divorce your spouse and get another one. Now, they aren't very happy with you when you do that. I don't know if they hate you, but they certainly don't like you very much. So, you will not be seeing a divorce in this playthrough. I don't want to do that. To me, I roleplay in a way that feels like it's something that I would do for myself. And so that's why you're going to see a happy life. And in this case, I want to have little kids. Little kids in this game don't really have any use other than role-playing. They don't even grow up. They become toddlers, I guess. They go from babies to toddlers, or baby. I think there's 2 stages. I'm not sure. I can't remember, but they just add to the role-playing situation. As you can see, I'm continuing with the pathways. You know, kind of trying to lay out what the future is going to look like on this farm, and so I'm going off of my blueprint that I mentioned before, and so I know that I want pathways to come up the sides here. And again, you know, it's just kind of like a vision in my head of how I want things to look, and we'll get there. And so again, I'm using these cobblestone pathways. Eventually we'll switch out. I started to, I know I said this in a previous episode, I can't remember what it's called, weathered wood. I'm not sure what it's called, but I like it a lot better than this. But this is my this is the first opportunity that I have on this one, and I haven't been able to get the recipe yet for the other one. And for now, I don't want to go back and redo all these pathways at this time. So again, they will be replaced later, but for now they work just fine. And you saw our trees over there to the right. In our previous episode, we planted those trees, and as you can see, they have matured into full trees. And so they're looking pretty good over there. I'm really excited about all that. I want to do a quick disclaimer that you're going to be hearing kitty noises. We've got 2 new kittens, and they are, well, first off, they're kittens. They are about, I think one of them is about 4 months old or so, maybe 5 months old, and the other one is about 3 months old. And they are still acclimating to us and our house and one another. So I'm trying to keep the noise down as much as possible, but you may hear the occasional hissing or growling or very heavy feet running around the house. So I apologize for that, but it's almost impossible to work and at this and not have to constantly being after somebody to be quiet or calm down or stop playing or go take a nap. So, hey, they're babies, so babies will be babies. So anyway, and more on that another time. I'll show some pictures of them at some point. I had shared with you guys our grief at losing our boys, Jake and Elwood. They had been with us for 13 years, and we lost them within a week of one another not too long ago. So that was pretty devastating. So after that, then we got kitties, and I want to share that joy with you guys. I know a lot of you are pet lovers, and so I'll share that joy with you, and the time is right. So in the meantime, they're getting used to each other, and I'm trying to not go crazy. What I'm doing here is kind of clearing things out of the way. Again, I mentioned in a previous episode, I do believe, about these mushroom trees and how you can propagate them to move along your farm. I want them to keep moving left, for instance, so I have to clear everything to the left so that they can grow. Needing wood anyway, I'm just clearing out some trees and things, kind of making space. Again, I don't know 100% sure what I'm going to do with this area, but I'm pretty sure the trees need to go away, so I'm going to go ahead and chop them down here and there, especially the ones that are fully mature. The other ones, I'd like to let them go ahead and be mature because you get so much wood. Was it 23? I don't know, you get 23 wood or so, 24 wood per tree, and I also get hardwood sometimes. And I'm getting a good amount of hardwood. I don't know how much I've got today. 10. I have 10 hardwood from just clearing wood on my farm, and that's awesome. So I love that feature that I can get that hardwood from my regular trees. And so there's comes some more, so that's great. We'll take it. We'll take it all. Yeah, we just got 4 hardwood from one tree. I think it was from one tree, not 100% sure. I know I've knocked a bunch down over there, so maybe it was more than one tree, but still, that's 4 hardwood. Otherwise, we'd have to go get it from the super secret forest. It's the only other place to get it that I know of. So anyway, we'll get it from our own farm while we're clearing. And eventually this will be clear and there won't be any clearing here. I've heard people say that wood is kind of hard to get. And I don't know if I agree with that assessment. I read that on the forum somewhere once. So I don't know if that's true. I think that there's so many places to get wood. You can go to the quarry. There's wood there. You can go south of your farm. You can go down there. There's places north of the town itself. You can go there. There's all kinds of places that you can get wood. So I don't know. I've never had a problem with it. Yes, I get low on wood sometimes. It's only because I didn't go chop it down. And I will not buy it. So we'll just kind of keep going along here and keep working away. I decided it was time to look at the tappers. We need to tap those 15 trees that we planted that are now mature. And I don't know if we'll get any oak resin during the winter. I just can't. I think I will. At first I had told you guys that they go dormant, and they do. The trees, the leaves fall off of them, and they're very wintry looking. But we have been continuing to get the resin and the tar, whatever that is you get from the pine trees, and we've been the maple syrup. We've been continuing to get that throughout the winter. So I was wrong about that. I don't know if I just didn't remember correctly, or if it changed. I don't know which was which. It doesn't really matter. I'm just excited that I was wrong about that. So I think that we should go get those trees tapped. And as you can see, I'm still getting my resources together. We do need to, we need a lot more coal, I believe. I also noticed I did have a couple of tappers in here. So I'm just kind of getting myself organized and ready to work on that and work on the getting more and more coal, because we obviously don't have nearly enough. We obviously need to keep our bars cranking, as you can see. We were in the 40s on all the bars. That makes me happy because they're close to being the same number of each one. And we're going to be using a bunch here to make our tappers, because it does require a copper bar to make them, and we need 15. So we need a total of, the resources need a total enough to make a total of 15, and I can't remember. I think it takes 2 each, I'm pretty sure. We'll figure it out. Let's take a look here. I'm sorry I'm rambling. So I knew that I had 2 tappers tucked away. I had 2. So we need 13. So I need to make 13 more. And let's see, where are they located on here? There they are. It takes 40 wood and 2 copper bars per. So I need to make 13. So I just need to make sure I have enough resources to do that, to make them. It's like, okay. Ta-da. So now and then we're going to come down here and we're going to, it's really hard to tap them. You can see that you can barely see the trees. And in fact, look, there's a green spot, wouldn't let me actually click on it. Thought it was a tree. I'll know when I've got them all tapped when I run out of tappers. That's really the only way to make sure. And it makes a noise. I've got the volume turned down way in the game, so it does make a noise when you actually hit the tree. It makes kind of a wood knocking noise. So that's cool. And so you can see this is another reason. You can see the gravel paths that we've got along here will keep you from growing trees in between your trees, and it keeps the weeds out and all kinds of things. So it's a good thing that we did that, and all of our trees have been tapped, all 15 trees. So I was very excited to get that done. And so now we're going to be getting oak resin. So that's a good thing. And we're going to keep our production going, put our resources away, put our coal away. No, I'm making bars. Like, what the heck am I doing? You can see it's 10 p.m. in the game and my brain says, oh my gosh, it's time to go to bed. It totally is. And moving stuff up so I know where to put things. Sometimes, especially when I'm tired, it's like I don't want to go all the way down there and put those seeds away. Sometimes I just toss them in the shipping bin, just because, I mean, I have plenty of those things already, and other times I force myself to go down and put those away. We may or may not grow trees. For a while we're going to keep saving the seeds in case we decide to grow trees somewhere. But for the most part, I think we're probably done at least growing the trees for now. At the end, later in the game, when I'm done building all the things I want to build, I will plant trees for decoration. I think that looks really cool when you have trees behind your house, behind the sheds, maybe around the silos, depending upon where I put them. So, we'll see. I think the trees make a nice decoration on the farm. As you can see, we didn't make a whole bunch of money today. All we have was some mayonnaise, 3 mayonnaises, and that's it. But that's okay. We have had other things that we've considered a successful day. We're now on the 12th day of winter in year number 2. So we're almost halfway through winter. We have 83,000 gold in the bank, so we're not broke. So that's a real good thing. Our real next expensive thing is going to be the Junimo huts, and I think they were 20,000 gold plus resources each. And so I know we got those coming up, but as far as I think I showed you if you go down to the wizard, he helps you make the obelisks from the book that's in his tower there. And as you can see, some of those are really expensive, 500,000, $1 million. So it's going to be a while before we make those, but that's okay. The main things I wanted to do before the end of this year was get these sheds set up. So I've got 3 sheds. It's wonderful. We've got the deluxe coopin barn, which is great for our animals. Obviously, we really are lacking here in the barn, so I'm still not sure what to do about that. Supposedly, someone told me the reason why they're not having babies is I need to have a few more animals in the barn, so I don't know. I'm still debating on that. We will see my decision on that a little bit later. And obviously our coop is completely full. There are 12 animals in here, and I actually went through off camera and looked at them all and wrote down their names, because I wanted to make sure that I didn't name any the same, and I wanted to make sure that I had 12 animals, and it did come out to 12. And you can see I've got 2 chickens, 1 duck, a rabbit, and the rest are dinosaurs. And I'm still debating at what point that I may go ahead and rehome one of the chickens and get another dinosaur. I think I've said in another episode, maybe even this one, don't remember, is that you get chicken eggs every day, duck eggs every other day, and dinosaur eggs every 7 days. So if I only had 1 dinosaur, it would not be worth it. But when I've got so many dinosaurs, I'm getting eggs pretty regularly. And one of them's a baby, so that one hasn't even started producing eggs yet. At least I think it's still a baby. So we'll see. Always checking our greenhouse to see how things are going. We do have 3 apples ready, so we'll grab those. And again, eventually we will have all of the fruit trees in here, and I love that. So they can be producing year-round. They don't go dormant in the wintertime. And so anyway, we're making good progress. I feel really good about where we've come from, where we started from. As you saw earlier in this episode, we started from some pretty early beginnings. You start with 500 gold and 15 parsnip seeds, and that's all you have. And the thing is about this wonderful, wonderful game is that you can do anything with that you want. You can create whatever you want. You don't have to have these goals that I have of having 100% completion at some point, which is totally what I plan to do with this playthrough, is to get to 100%. In my 11-year farm, I had not gotten to 100%, partially because I didn't know there was such a thing. When 1.5 version came along, there became a way to find out how far along you are in the game. And we're not to that point where we can see that mechanism for showing us, but we will eventually. So in my 11-year playthrough, I finally got to about 87%, I think. And I decided at that point, because I was doing this YouTube channel, I wanted to share that with you guys. So that's why I started over again. And it's been a delightful experience to start over. And so many of these things that I didn't remember at all. There's another winter root. Ugh, why can't you give me an artifact? It's been a wonderful thing to be able to start over and to share these experiences with you. Yeah, that is an oak tree over there. So all these will go away eventually. That's where we're going to plant our fiber. And oh boy, here's some more. Yay. So we are continue to, that was such a shock to me to find out that we would continue to produce oak resin or whatever, maple syrup, pine tar, whatever the one from Pine Tree is, through the winter. So I'm glad I was wrong on that. So we're going to keep saving it. We've got 6 right now. And what we're going to use that for is combine it with our coral to make the deluxe speed grow. Hopefully, with a little bit of luck, we'll have enough deluxe speed grow that our entire planting, the 1st of spring, will have deluxe speed grow underneath it. And it does make things 25% faster. And I love that. That is 25% faster. Here I'm checking to see I've got 3 different things to add to the kegs when they are ready. And I wanted to make sure that I saw my bar. Why do I have that there? I want to make sure I had something tucked away. And let's check these preserve jars. And I've got 2 things in there. I want to keep a number of things handy and ready to go. A couple of reasons. It lets me not use them for something else, and it also makes it quicker for me to go back and fill those the keg and the preserve jars with something I already have at hand. One of the things that I think is a good use of time in winter is to work on relationships, and I'd already achieved my goal of the first 10 people have 8 hearts or more, and I do have my next 3 people that I'm working on. It's not a goal for the first 2 years of the game, but it's in the future. I definitely want to be best friends with everybody in town. So I was looking at the next 3 people, which is Willie, Sebastian, and Evelyn. and the things that they love, the things that they like, the things that are neutral. I said that in a very terrible way. And then there's two ways to figure out what people dislike, neutral, like, and love. You can use the game mechanics. So when you get secret notes of things at somebody's diary or something like that, you find all kinds of secret notes that help you learn what people like. You can do trial and error by giving them gifts and find out they like them or hate them, which me and Abigail, ugh, we got this thing because I kept giving her ones that she hated. Or you can go to the wiki, and there is a link down in the description of my videos, and you can search for their name, and it will tell you what their hates, likes, neutrals, and loves. I said that again in a different order. So of those three people that I just mentioned, Evelyn loves chocolate cake, Willie loves pumpkins, and Sebastian likes the, I think, is that a frozen tear? I can't remember what it is. And so I had plenty of them and decided, okay, let's go work on those relationships a little bit. There's Carolyn, and so we're still not, she's not up there on my list yet, but she will be. Again, making friends with people. If you haven't watched any episodes before, you can increase relationships by doing tasks like this one for Emily. You can talk to them. You can talk to them twice a day or once a day, I'm not sure. And then twice a week, you can give them a gift. If you give them a gift, a loved gift on their birthday, you get 2 hearts out of the deal. When you make good friends with people, they will send you things. They react to you differently. They say different things to you than they did when they were unhappy with you or didn't care about you in any way. They also will send you gifts in the mail. And some of the gifts are really awesome. Sometimes they're just silly. Pam seems to send a lot of beer later on. It's like, okay, thanks for the beer, because I turn right around and give it to her anyway since she drinks so much of it. But some of them are really awesome gifts. Recipes are a big deal. So when they send you recipes for things, that's just awesome. Again, no lobsters, don't know why. It's like, come on. So I'm going to go here and have a chat with Willie. Now, you have to go behind the counter to talk to him. And you really want to get the fishing bite. Make sure, yeah, I know that. Thanks for the information. So, again, I've brought a gift that I know Willie loves, and I'm going to give it to him. Great gift. If me old Pappy was around, he'd go nuts. Okay, apparently he really likes pumpkins. And let's see where we're at there with Willie. I know we had quite a bit to go with him. Yeah, we've got 2 more hearts to get Willie to where we want him. And again, it's 8 hearts to begin with, but then those relationships will increase over time. Just want to make sure I don't give the wrong thing or anything to Elliot. I just want to say hi. Again, it does increase your relationship a little bit. You can do mods to find out exactly how many relationship points someone has. It will show you that they're a 1/4 heart, a 1/2 heart, 3/4 heart, and where they are. And I don't care about that. I have 0 mods on this game. I'm kind of an anti-modder when it comes to games anyway. I've seen mods absolutely trash games. And, you know, I'm speaking mostly of The Sims. I've played The Sims since Sims number 1 all the way to 4. 3 is my favorite, but I have modded it a little bit. So, you know, I will do mods. It depends. Like Skyrim, for instance, I have 3 mods. I know someone that has hundreds, 300 mods or something like that. And it's okay. It's up to, that's why they're there. You can get them if you want or not get them if you want. In this game, I didn't want to mod it. I like playing the vanilla game. The colors are fine. I don't need my houses to look different. I'm okay with that. And I wanted to share with you a vanilla version of the game. And so again, I like to talk to them first if I can. And now I'm going to give Evelyn a loved gift, which is a chocolate cake. I had gotten a chocolate cake, I think, as a reward in the community center, stuck it in my fridge, didn't know if and when I'd be using it, and now I know. I will use it for Evelyn or anybody else that requests a chocolate cake, because I cannot make them, I don't think, on my own. So awesome that we did that. And now we're going to go see Sebastian if we can find him. He's oftentimes in his room. It's like, okay, I'll pick up a couple things as we go. And there was what did I need? Oh yeah, Emily wanted a copper bar. Darn it. Wish I had that, but I didn't have that quest yet, so we'll get her a copper bar, no worries. I saw Sebastian come down these stairs and walk down here. I was like, okay, let's follow Sebastian. Where the heck did he go? There he is. Let's see if we can work on that relationship with him. He's kind of he's a very unhappy dude. Yeah, it says he wants to go away someday. And we'll give him a frozen tear. He said, I really love this. How did you know? The wiki told me. So you can see we're doing really good on that. Let's see if we got anybody new. The hearts, 2 more Willie, 2 more Sebastian. And Evelyn has, I think, 3 more to go. So that's okay. I don't know that I'll give them those loved gifts on a regular basis. I certainly don't have enough cakes, and I certainly don't have that many frozen tears. But we're going to work on it over time. It's not a big deal. Again, it's a relaxed, slow play at this point. I've done all of the things that were urgent to me. We'll just work on other things as time permits and as we feel like it. So that's what being retired is all about. It's doing the things that you want to do when you feel like it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm double checking. I want to start working on having 5 of everything of these fish, and so I'm working on it. So I've got 3 shrimp now, and the Nautilus I had was a gold star. I only had 2, so I went ahead and stuck that in there. I'd love to sell it, but I really want to get 5 of everything going if I can. So, because we don't need the money desperately. We're not crying for money. We got an artifact that we can't use. It's spare. So again, artifacts only worth 1 gold. There's no point in putting them in the shipping bin, but I may be able to find use for them later, which is why I've created a chest just for the artifacts. So we'll keep working on that. And again, what have I got here? I got a copper bar for Emily and those stupid lobsters. And then we have the Mr. Q quest, which we're going to put off for a while. I'm not ready for Skull Cavern at all. And again, that's one of the fighting places. But there's ways around it, and I will show you ways around it when the time comes. I just hate fighting in games always, mostly because I'm so bad at it. I can't even tell you how bad I am at it. It's bad. And I don't know why that is. I one time had an online game I was playing and had a friend that was going to teach me how to fight, and it didn't work out very good. I never did get good at it. So I'll just keep doing it the way that I'm doing it, and we'll go from there. Oh, I thought maybe I could find Emily. I thought I saw her going into the bar, and I thought I would run down there. Look at that thing. Look at that black bird thing. I don't know what that is. It flies over the farm. It flies over the town. It's kind of creepy. Not sure. I don't know what that thing is. I don't think it has any significance. Nothing happens when it flies over. So I am not sure what it is. So anyway, I had been going past here and I thought I saw Emily going into the bar. She works there. She works behind the bar with Gus. And oh, we're going to have a cutscene with Gus. So what's going on here? Hi, Rhiannon, he says. Let's see what's going on. Our question, what's going on? I just looking over last month's earnings and it's not going very good. The worst thing, I hate to say this because she's my friend, is Pam. She hasn't paid her tab off in weeks, but I can't ask her to do it. I know she'll get defensive. Aw. You gotta help me. What am I gonna do? I don't know. Oh, and here comes Pam. And let's see. Hey, Gus, I'm awful thirsty if you get my drift. Uh-oh. Oh, poor Gus. Okay, Pam. He just can't say no to Pam. Poor Pam. She is his friend. Rhiannon, what's going on here? What are you going to say? You need to pay your tab. The saloon. I don't want to be rude. The saloon isn't doing well financially. So I don't know which one would make a difference. Oh, that's terrible. And then she realizes she's part of the problem. Look at her. I guess I better pay off that tab then. Thanks, Pam. Now Gus is happy. And thank you, Rhiannon. I don't know how I helped in any way, shape, or form. Now let's get you that drink, Pam. So I don't know what we could have said. So when we actually come into the actual bar, past the cutscene, the place is packed. Look at this. Holy moly. Let's talk to Emily real quick and see if we can't give her the item we brought. But there's some powerful crystals inside there. I don't know. Why don't you take this bar? You brought me the item I asked for. Thank you so much. Here's a little something for your trouble. You're welcome. What do we get? I forgot how much she said. 180. I don't know what the going price is for copper bars, but it makes our relationship go up. So while we're here, since there's so many people in here, let's run around and say hello to everyone. And I'm not going to read what they're saying. Again, in this particular game, I don't, I'll summarize things and sometimes read a few things, but you know, these conversations, this would take all an hour to run around. Marnie is so enamored with Lewis, she doesn't even notice you're there. I think that's funny. So we're just going to run around and say hi to everybody. I have an extra beer in his honor tonight. Okay, Lewis, whatever. Mayor Lewis, I'm sorry. Pierre is here. Relaxation on a Friday night. Willie's here. And there is Clint. Who else is in? Oh my goodness. Oh, they're so in love. Robin and Demetrius are so cute. They're busy. They're busy dancing and looking in each other's eyes. It's so cute. I'm trying to click on Shane. There it is. Look at him being so rude. Oh, you don't have to be so rude. I'm not your enemy, dude. Oh well, we'll keep working on that relationship. And we'll say hi to Sam. And we'll say hi. Oh my gosh. Sam and Sebastian are funny. Nah. They're friends. And our nemesis, Abigail. Yeah. We gotta, I don't know. We'll work on Abigail eventually. She'll probably be the last person that we're best friends with, but we will succeed. So, someday. And those two are so cute. 9 o'clock, it's time to go home and go to bed. After dancing a little bit at the bar. They're so cute. Even though we had to help them with some marriage therapy in a previous episode, so. Oh, it's okay. It's our job. So we're coming to the close of Friday, the 12th day of winter in the second year. And this is going to end our episode as well. If you have not done so, I would really appreciate it if you could hit that subscribe button. It makes YouTube like me better. They recommend my videos to more people. It also gives me affirmation that I'm doing something that other people find useful or interesting. So I do thank you for if you've already subscribed. I really appreciate every single one of my subscribers. You are so important. You have no idea how important you are. And every single morning when I get up and having breakfast, the first thing that I do after getting my breakfast on the counter is I check my subscribers. And I see more and I say, oh, there's more. It's so exciting. So thank you so much. I do appreciate that. If you like my videos, hit that like button. Again, I do appreciate that too. But the most important thing is that I want for you to have a wonderful rest of your day.